Tell us, please. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite?
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives and the Ad Council.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hello, and welcome to Zero to Shero. I am your Shero Rising and Charlie S. And I'm so excited tonight. As you know, each week, each Monday night, we have a special powerhouse female entrepreneur. And today, listen, I did not leave you unhappy. Promise me. I have an amazing powerhouse superhero. We call her Shero. She is Lulu Orange Tyson. Now, before we introduce her and all her amazing accolades, I just want to tell you a little bit about me, because maybe this is your first time seeing the show. Welcome and thank you for sharing your time with us. Don't forget to share this out, because you never know who this could actually help. But I am Ann Charlius. My clients call me the mogul maker, the wealth creator, and the queen of cash flow. I am so inspired by female entrepreneurs. Not only am I one myself, but I'm actually a third generation entrepreneur. And so when I tell people I'm passionate about entrepreneurship, listen, it's not just a passion, it is in my blood. But I know far too often we as entrepreneurs, we kind of are in our offices by ourselves. We're kind of solo entrepreneurs, and we sometimes need that word of encouragement, because it's so easy sometimes to feel like a zero when you're really a Shero. Yes, you are. And so enough about me. Let me tell you about our special guest, Lulu Orange Tyson. There she is.
Hi.
Hello, Lulu. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Besides being a beauty, for those who are watching, not on radio, but those who are watching via live stream, you see how beautiful she is. But she is beauty and brains. She is your current Mrs. Corporate America. She is also the director to Miss Universe United States Virgin Islands, which you guys know with Irma and Maria, they're being hit hard, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. She is also, I call you a superstar pageant coach, because if you want to win crowns, if you want to make a difference, this is the coach you need in your life. She coached our current first runner-up to Miss Universe herself. She is the founder of Prestige Pageantry Awards, which really, it is the Oscars of pageantry, you guys. And I've had the pleasure to walk that red carpet. It definitely is the Oscars of pageantry. She is a host. She is a community activist. She is a nurse. She's a mentor. Listen, on Instagram right now, ladies, there's this thing called what is your slash? Because so many people do so much. They're not just one thing. Right. She is the epitome of slash. She is the queen king of slash, because she does so much from her heart for her community. She's not just a pageant queen. I call you also a community activist. So welcome, Lulu.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Ann. Wow, I'm just so happy to be here, and that you invited myself to come out here and just share my love for just a passion for women empowerment. And so thank you so much for inviting me.
Well, thank you for coming. So I want to start off, let's talk a little bit about some of the somber things that we need to talk about, given what's going on right now. You are the director of Miss Universe United States Virgin Islands.
Absolutely.
They were hit really hard with Irma. Can you share with the audience right now what's going on the grounds and what they need?
Well, right now, as everyone know, we've gone through Hurricane Irma, and 2 islands were really hit very bad as far as the U.S. Virgin Islands. There are other neighboring islands that are also suffering. But as far as U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas and St. John really got hit bad. Many people are displaced in their homes. And so we need a lot of items. We need, things like, diapers for the children. We need food. A lot of people need food. Anything from toothpaste, toilet paper, blankets, anything that, you would need necessity-wise in your home, these people need. And so we are collecting supplies for our pageant, and then we'll go out and give it to those families in need. And unfortunately, we have another hurricane. I think it's strengthening to a 5 today. That's right on the same path as Irma. And so what we can do right now is really pray, because that's all we have at the end of the day. And
absolutely,
tomorrow is really not promised. And I tell everyone, please make sure you say your I love yous to your family. And but we're here. We're strong. We're VI strong. That's what we call it. It's our hashtag.
Oh, I love
hashtag
it.
VI strong. Virgin Islands strong. We're going to get through this, and we're going to rebuild, and we're going to be stronger than ever.
Absolutely. They are a strong island, and having you as a beacon of light for them is going to definitely help usher the way to hope, because they're going to need it. They're going to need the prayers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you, like personally. I know you have an amazing husband.
Yes, he's amazing. He's cooking right now.
Oh, okay, good.
That's how amazing he is.
We like husbands that cook. And you guys were on television together recently.
Yes, we are. We're going to be showcased on a little show called House Hunters on a network, HGTV, and we're so excited about that. You'll see us I believe in November or December during the holidays. They will air our episode, and I heard it was quite an episode. So I'm looking forward to it, but it was definitely a memory that we shared together, and I couldn't think of anybody else but Mr. Tyson. He is a wonderful man. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's my other half. And so I'm excited that we, again, get to share that experience.
Well, I'm going to tell you, and I know because I know you are made for TV. So at the end of the day, if they have season 2 of Black Love on the OWN network,
yes,
you
the
guys,
new show.
You guys
Yes.
better audition, because they are a beautiful couple.
Yes.
And he is so supportive, and I see it in his eyes when she's at an event and she's working that event.
Yes.
You can just see the joy in his eyes, and we love that. So that is awesome. So tell us about your zero moment. The name of this show is called Zero to Shero. I don't ever believe anyone's a zero, but sometimes, honestly, we feel that way.
Right.
What has been your zero moment?
Coming from a family of immigrants, and you might could relate to this, Anne, when you don't come from a lot and you see other people that have more than you, I must be honest, growing up, it did affect me a little bit, because it's like, God, why couldn't I have that? Why, couldn't I have that much money, or wear that wardrobe, that expensive wardrobe or whatnot? But, now that I'm older, I see the value in what my mom and my dad taught me, the morals, and that those tangible items or having a lot of money doesn't matter. It's your heart that matters. It's your values. It's those core values. And they taught me great values. And I'm happy to say I am the person I am today because of that. And so my zero moment, younger, I didn't understand. But now that I'm older, I'm blessed to have gone through those moments.
Absolutely. You appreciate what you have. You take care of what you've earned. So absolutely. Now, what was your Shero moment where you said, you know what, Lulu, you looked at yourself in the mirror and you're like, yes, you can take on this obstacle, this challenge?
Well, I have many of those.
That's good. We love that.
I have many Shero moments. But one that I can remember is being the first to, graduate from college. Walking across that stage, it was just such a joy to see my family happy and say, wow, you did it, you made it. And even, just beating the odds. And that was my Shero moment, my very first real Shero moment. Of course, I had many others, but that's one I could remember.
I love that. Well, do you remember what you were thinking? Because you went to Florida State, if I remember.
I did. I'm a fellow Seminole. All the Seminoles out there. All right. Florida State University.
I almost made it to FSU.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry you didn't.
I know, right? I should. If I could do it all over again, I would have. But I decided to go out of town, and I moved to Chicago after high school.
Okay.
But it was my school of choice for the state of Florida. Do you remember what you were thinking when you were crossing that stage, and you know how much of a moment this was for your family? Because it really is a shift for the future, your legacy.
Absolutely.
What were you thinking?
I felt accomplished. If I could do that, I can do anything. That was my breaking moment of walking across that stage. I truly became something else. And I am the person today because of that moment. I just knew that I could take over the world, and I've been blessed to be very successful very young. I've moved up ranks in corporate America. I have moved up ranks pretty fast. And it's because I knew that if I could do that, I could do anything. You know, I came from a family that spoke no English in the household. And so I had to help them. I had to understand and navigate the language as well. I helped my mom help her buy her first house. I was in at the table at 13 years old, translating for my mother that wanted to have her first dream home. And so when you grow up fast like that,
absolutely.
And I just knew it. I said I was meant to do something great and be great and carry, my family's name and just show them that their hard work wasn't in vain. To show my mother and father, I want to thank them. This is a thank you to you.
Thank you, Mommy and Daddy. You. I know that because, I come from immigrant parents too. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny. I was at a dinner party recently, and someone was overhearing my discussion, and they looked at me, and they said it half kidding, but half serious. They're like, "Are you an overachiever?" And I said, and I started laughing because I said, naturally I would say no, but when I think about it, yes, I am an overachiever. Mm-hmm. But let me explain to you why. When you have immigrant parents who have risked it all for you to be in this place that we call the United States of America, you take your responsibility of being a success for your family very seriously.
Very serious.
Very seriously. I know from my father, I don't know your parents' personal story, but my father got on a raft from Haiti, left his wife and 2 kids at the time. Now, I have 6, he had 6 kids, but the first 2 kids, and got on a raft and sailed to the Bahamas.
They risked their lives. Right.
Die.
For a better tomorrow for them.
Exactly. So, no, I can't play around in school.
Yeah.
No, I can't play around with responsibilities because they've risked it all.
Right. There was no option to get in trouble. There was no option to go to jail. There was no option to do drugs. There was no option to have a child before I needed to have a child.
Absolutely.
That was not an option. What the options that were presented in front of us was we call it the 3, and I'm going to speak Creole for a second. It's the 3 L's in Creole. It's l'église, la caille, right? And l'école, right? Which is church, school, right? And home. That's it.
There you go.
Church, school, and home. Sorry. Had a moment there. So church, school, and home. That was the 3 L's and nothing, no more than that. And so we had a lot of pressure on us. And but you know what? Growing up, when you're younger, you don't see it.
Right.
You get upset and you pout and everything. But I'm thankful for it.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that. Whether it's life lessons or business lessons, you have done so much in your career in corporate America, in entrepreneurship. What are some lifelong or business-long lessons that you can share to the audience, to that woman who's thinking, I want to be an entrepreneur. I feel like I have this purpose for my life, but I don't know what to do, or I don't know where to start. What are some 3 lessons? Because I have a secret lesson that you taught me. Yes, your girl Shero Rising was taught by this woman right here. Something that really was a game changer. And this is kind of a surprise to her. She doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't even know.
But what are your 3 life lessons?
Well, number 1 is don't be afraid to fail. That is my number 1, because you may not achieve your success on the first try. You may not pass that test.
Absolutely.
That you're supposed to pass. You may not get the dream job on the first try. Don't be afraid to fail. You know, through your failure, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. So that's my life lesson number 1. Number 2 is persevere. Push through no matter what. Storms will come. Literally, right? Literally. We're going through storms. Don't make that an excuse to not get you where you need to go. Because if it's not that storm, it's something else.
Absolutely.
Something else will always come in the way. I can't do this because, you know, I'm a single mother of 3. I can't do this because this happened to me as a child. I can't do this because this person told me I'm not, you know, good enough. Or something will always come and attack you. A storm will come your way. Don't let that stop you in getting in the way of your success.
Love that. Love that.
And number 3, we have one life. Have fun. Enjoy. Be happy with your choices. Being happy. Just getting up and start with a smile. One thing I do, even, you know, we're human, right? We're human. We have bad days. We don't feel well. But one thing that helps me is that when I'm upset and I feel like I'm having a bad day, I get out of my car and I start with a smile. When you automatically start with that smile, your whole, you know, position change, your whole makeup, when you start with a smile, you know, when you automatically walk and you're smiling, people will automatically, hi, how are you? They'll greet you. And so that energy, the world is a ball of energy. And so that energy bounces off and it totally changes, you know, the way you feel for that moment.
Absolutely.
And so that frown that you had is now gone away. And so those are my 3 life lessons, you know, that I would share with the audience.
And, you know, I had to say, she is not just sharing that, she lives this. If you don't mind me sharing, but she didn't have electricity until today, right?
Yeah, well, until about 2 days ago or
2
so.
days ago. But she still showed up here. She's still
not looking my best, because I'm usually glammed up, everyone. But, you know, I'm here to give you lessons, and so from the heart.
And that's what I love about her. Lulu is the epitome of pageantry, because far too often when we think of pageantry, we think of the cheesy smile, the cheesy interview answer, the crown. But this is not her. She is a real audience. She keeps it real, and she leads with her heart.
And can we talk about a little bit? And I'm glad you said that, because I do. And the one thing when I pray, I tell God, thank you for giving me the heart that you gave me.
Yes.
That is the one gift that I think God gave me that I am so thankful for, is because I really truly like the person that I am. I'm not perfect. God knows I'm not perfect, but He's blessed me with a great heart, and I'm a person that cares for a lot of people. Absolutely. I usually put people before myself.
Yes, you do.
Many times. But I want to clear up misconceptions about pageantry. And you said it. People sometimes just see pageantry as a beauty pageant.
Right.
We're more than that. We're women that are out there that are trying to accomplish goals. We have platforms. We're community activists. we're more than just a crown. It's really not the shiny piece of jewelry that's on our head. It's what we do with it. And that's what I love about pageantry. Systems like the Miss Universe organization and the Miss USA organization, this is an opportunity that changes these young ladies' lives. They're ambassadors for their states, for their countries. They're out there working with great organizations like, Smile Train,
Yes.
to name a few. The Red Cross, the Ronald McDonald House, St. Jude's. They're out there collecting money. They're making a difference. They are being mentored to many of the young generations that are coming behind them. And that's what's wonderful about pageantry. And I've seen women transform. I've seen women that couldn't even talk before crowds, and now they can stand before thousands and do a speech and be a spokesperson for different organizations. And so I just want to let everyone know out there about pageants. Yes, we have beautiful women from all over the world, but we're more than beauty.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about fear. And you brought it up. Getting on stage in athletic wear in swimsuit.
Right.
How do you? And that's scary. That's a scary thought even for me. And I'm pretty bold. But to get on stage in athletic wear or swimsuit, how do you train or coach people to overcome fear?
Because it's really not about the wardrobe. It's really not about the two-piece or the fitness wear when you get on that stage. You know what I sell? I sell confidence. That is what will make you win a pageant. I don't care if you're a size 0 to a 24. If you can sell confidence, and you can connect with that judge, you will win that pageant. Wow. We're now in a world where curvy women are just as accepted as the thin women.
Absolutely.
And I want to commend organizations like Miss Universe. We had a plus size in the pageant. Miss Canada Universe represented the plus, and she made, I believe, top 10 and did a fabulous job. And so I want to tell my ladies out there, when you join a pageant, be confident, even in your answers, in your delivery. The judges want to hear your heart. They want to hear your side of the story. And if you get on stage and you are yourself, I'm telling you, you're going to win that crown.
There you go. Be yourself. It's about confidence. I love it. We're going to have to test that out. Listen, not today, but I'm going to work towards it. Maybe one day you'll see me out on that stage in swimsuit, ladies. But yes, be confident. Confident is like the new sexy, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's the new sexy. And I talked about earlier, one of my 3 lessons, I talked about perseverance. And the corporate America system is a special system for me because it's a pageant that I just did, and so I'm doing a pageant in my later years, and it's a pageant that highlights women in business. And we empower other women, we inspire women. We basically, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're the corporate CEO, we want to inspire women to really just take on what they want to do. And so Corporate America is an organization that I love very much so, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm inspiring and I'm mentoring women, whether they're in business or on the pageant stage. And I want to let everyone know I did this pageant 3 times. So we talk about perseverance and never giving up. 3 times. I could have given up, the first time. I could have given up the second time. I could have even given up the 3rd time. I was determined to win this crown because it meant something special to me. And that's what I want to, and I was confident.
Absolutely.
I kept coming back. I was confident. It wasn't my year the first year. It wasn't my year the second year. But it was my year,
yes.
The 3rd year, which happened to be the 10th anniversary of the Ms. and Mrs. Corporate America organization. And I just want to really give a shout out to the director, Anissa King, because she runs a wonderful organization. She has a passion for this. She loves this organization. And I look forward to next year's event. And we're definitely looking for some great women. So, Ann, if you want to come on board.
the next Miss Corporate America.
The next Miss Corporate America, Ms. or Ms. Corporate America. We're looking for women such as yourself, and so we're very excited about the upcoming show, and I'm excited to be on the back end to help this year,
right?
Instead of being on the stage. But this was definitely a title. It was a blessing and a dream come true.
And that was actually what the lesson that I learned from you, because I watched you compete year 1, year 2. Year 3, and I'm like, listen, and Lulu, just give her the crown, because Lulu's not going to give up. You know, there's a quote on Instagram that you say, it's hard to beat a person that's never going to give up. And it's so true.
That is so true. That's a beautiful quote.
In life. And you are actually a walking example of that. So what are some things that we can look forward to seeing you do in the upcoming months?
Okay, well, the very first thing is I have my Miss Universe United States Virgin Islands pageant coming up next weekend. We're hoping that Hurricane Maria doesn't interrupt that. But I'm a woman of faith, and so
Absolutely.
I do believe in that, and so I believe that the pageant is gonna go on next week, next Saturday, and so I have some lovely contestants that will be competing and vying for the crown, and that winner will head to Miss Universe in November. It's going to be on Thanksgiving week, I believe, November 26th. The location has not been announced yet, but it will be soon.
Okay.
So I'll have my director hat on.
Director hat.
Yes. Another project is Prestige Pageantry Awards, which highlights the Oscars, the Emmys of pageantry, and we celebrate the excellence in pageantry of all those who are behind the scenes who make pageantry what it is. It has been postponed due to some unfortunate circumstances, such as the hurricane, and so we are looking for another venue.
Right.
And so those are the two immediate things, and as well as working with my wonderful sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, where I do a lot of my community service, and we have so much that we're doing. The Virgin Islands, we do have chapters in the Virgin Islands, so we're trying to help them right now. But we have a lot of upcoming events as well in the community, like March of Dimes, St. Jude's, Get Engaged. We're a part of all of that, and so. And so those are the things that I'm doing so far.
So how can the audience that's listening, that's watching, how can they connect with you?
Oh, absolutely. Please connect with me on social media. Social media is great for reaching a lot of people. My Instagram handle is Lulu Orange Inc.
INC.
Yes. Well, Lulu Orange INC for my corporation. And then my Facebook page, I do have a business Facebook page, Lulu Orange Inc. as well. And then my personal is Lulu Orange Tyson. So you can check me out there. And also my website, which is luluorange.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Lulu, for joining us, sharing your messages, your lesson, your vibration, your positive energy. You guys know we are here every Monday night speaking to a powerhouse entrepreneur like we did tonight. We will see you again. Remember, you may in this moment feel like you're a zero. Maybe you feel like you're not progressing. We are here to tell you that you are actually a Shero in the making. So break free and rise. See you next week.
Bye.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM, W237BD.